Hey everybody, welcome to another round of Canje Plays, and today we are getting into Nemesis, the board game by Awakened Realms. It's fun, okay? Fun. But we're going to be getting into the campaign of Untold Stories, book 1? Number 1. So we'll be getting into this. However, so that I don't have to go through with being, okay, I'm gonna hold up this page to the camera so you can see the specific thing on this book that has not been bound pretty well and pages want to pop out. I actually spent a ridiculous amount of time translating the German version that's free online into English so we can go through it together so you can see stuff. Okay, so before we get started, I want to say thank you to my Patreon members. I appreciate you so much. Thank you to my YouTube subscribers. I appreciate you as well. Inching closer and closer to that 600 sub milestone, which is amazing. So I'm super thrilled and pumped about just even having what I have. So thank you so much. Who do we got? Adam, what's going on? Pull up a chair. That chair right there, the chair that's right there, that's for you. You got your name on it. Hey, what's up, Brian? We got a chair for you over here. Kate, dead center. Matt, what's going on? We got a chair for you right here at the table too. Place of honor, right? So glad to have you all, and everyone else who's here and doesn't feel like chatting, that's perfectly fine. There is space at the table for you all, so it's gonna be awesome. So yeah, I like this game too. I think this game's a lot of fun. I did a couple playthroughs to make sure I got the rules down, and then I looked at the first scenario and it's like, yeah, all those rules. So we'll get into talking about what that means. I have the board set up here on the table and my camera at an impossible angle so you can see everything. And then we'll see what goes where, what goes where. I want Adam's chair. But you can't have it because you weren't first here. How about that? All right, so let's get some information, then we'll get down to the table for sure. All right, so Nemesis, thematic 8, look at that, and overall ranking 20 out of the ridiculous amount of board games in Board Games Geek's database. It hit 20, which means it's a good game, right? Awakened Realms, they've been known to do the hit or miss. There's no in between, so it's either you love it or you hate it. So far they've been putting out some good stuff. I know there's some that's kind of but so far they've been putting out good stuff. But we will survive an alien, but you can't say alien, right? An intruder-infested spaceship, but beware of other players and their agendas. 8.4 in Board Game Geek, rated by 16,000 people. I played it 3-player, and the tension was amazing. 1 to 5 players. The community says you can play 1 to 5 with best played 4, not blessed played 4, best played 4. About 90 to 180 minutes. There is a solo mode to this game. If you want to play it solo, perfectly fine. If you want to play as the alien, perfectly fine. That is available for you too. Or the intruder. Sorry, can't say alien. The intruder. So 90 to 180 minute play time, about fair, age 12 plus. Community says 14 plus, please. Weight's about a 3.38 out of 5 because there's a few things that you have to remember when you're playing fire, broken stuff, the ship just being an awful thing to you, and then noise. So it's a lot of things to keep in mind, but once you get used to it, it's not so bad, and you'll see us go through it. The Untold Story scenarios kind of walks you through playing the game, so you get the ease in it, so you don't have to do everything. But then you got to do everything by the end, so it's kind of like a nice setup. Designed by Adam. I'm not going to butcher your last name, but thank you for making such a wonderful game. I'll try it. Kwapinski. So I tried. Artists, a great group of artists, the usual that you see around Awakened Realms content, so they do some beautiful artwork, really beautiful artwork. Published by Awakened Realms, and yeah, good stuff. So it's a lot of fun. I've got some little enhancements that I did to kind of spruce up the board itself, so you'll see that when we get down there, and then we'll talk about it. My Patreons voted And those votes came out to me using the mechanic and the scientist for this playthrough. So I have their decks and their cards and all their stuff set up. I've got everything kind of in a good area, and I've got the first scenario semi set up so you can see the rest. But let's get down to the table and take a goose and a gander. I won't be doing that for the rest of the night. I'm sorry. Okay, so this is the Nemesis board. This is the flip side of the Nemesis board, which is the hard board. But this is the one that you're supposed to start off in Untold Stories with. So basically, like I said, I had this book, but instead of saying, okay, well, I'll flip through so you can not be able to read all of this text and everything on here, instead, I said, think I'm going to translate it because I care about you all. So we're going to get into Nemesis. We're going to talk about it. We're going to go through everything. And before we dig into that, this is Nemesis board. These are the engine upgrades. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll see them painted or them closer up. But these are the engine upgrades. And underneath them is where you tell whether it's broken or not. So it just kind of goes and sits in this area. I have the Hibernatorium, but we won't be using that on the first mission, but probably the second, so it'll probably come out. And then we just have the board set up for the prelim stuff, but I'll go through that setup on how everything is and what it means. Item decks on things you can find, things you can craft. The Intruder Board, that'll deal with the terrible things that it does to you. And then our characters, and we have the mechanic here, who is really great at fixing stuff, because you know that's what mechanics do. And we have the scientist who's great at learning stuff. Now, the mechanic has a sawed-off shotgun that he starts with, and these pegs on here is kind of saying what it can. So let's talk about some symbols around this piece. Come on, focus, do it. There you go. So basically on this symbol, these symbols at the top, what it means is I can use this only in combat. It is a heavy weapon, which means that you can only carry 2 heavy weapons. It's the energy weapon that's a sawed-off shotgun, and it has only 2 ammo. When you roll, unmodified single shot rolls are treated as double shot rolls. So that means if I don't modify the shot or add anything to it, that's what that goes to. It says energy weapon because there's cards in the items decks that let you recharge energy weapons or put more ammo on them, but you start off with 2. And it's supposed to have this nice thematic feel of Alien. It's the thematic feel of Alien. You're in a ship that is not doing that great, and there's stuff on board trying to kill you. So, but the playing multiplayer, you can play co-op or you can play competitive. And when you play competitive, you can actually work against each other. You don't know who the evil person is until it's too late and they trap you in a room with the alien and run away to the escape pod. So it's all good stuff. It's all good stuff. So, okay. Let's get into the Untold Stories, this was written by Krzysztof Piskorsky, who also worked on the game, and he made this scenario basically book, this campaign. And there's another campaign called Untold Stories number 2, and then in Nemesis Lockdown, there's Untold Stories number 3. So you've got all those things going to which you can choose, and they come with little extra punch-outs that you can use in those scenarios only. Other than that, you get to play the game regular, and playing it regular is fun. But we're going to try the scenario. Need a super chat? I'm not that big money yet. I'm still a mole on the butt of YouTube. I am not that important yet. I don't know when that's supposed to be happening, and we're just, we'll see. Okay, so, all right. I'll explain stuff as we go through, and we should be good, because I'm going to try to play 2 missions tonight. The first one should go pretty quick, and then the second one you'll really get to see some stuff start popping out. Okay? So let's get this up, and boom, Nemesis. Untold Stories. And I was so confused about this picture until I was translating, and I was like, oh, that makes all the sense in the world. So let's go ahead and scroll down. And you'll still see some German print in there, only because I am not that good a Photoshopper. I just did the best I could. So here we go. Intro. I did the best I could, okay? So, turns out, even with half the human race gone, it's still hard to get a decent job. My father was a saturation diver, one of the worst gigs on old Earth, though well paid, and the art looks fantastic, doesn't it? He spent weeks in a steel tube with a bunch of sweaty guys. Ugh. Any malfunction would mean a messy death. He had goosebumps every time something creaked. For me, it's about the same, only the pay is worse. Like I said, if it's... Hopefully you can you see the text okay? I really struggled with, like, if I can make the text look proper. If you can, great. Just give me a thumbs up. 12 years ago, a dark and deadly wanderer came from somewhere outside our galaxy at half the speed of light. When it glanced Earth, smashing our moon to bits, everything descended into chaos. People thought that was it. We'd never recover. Oh, we did. The stuff we found in the fragments of the Wanderer kinda helped. Exotic matter, isotopes never heard of in the solar system, multi-dimensional crystals. When we ran out, we wanted more. Asteroid mining took a back seat. Old ships were being repurposed as deep space whalers and sent into the Oort cloud. They spent months looking for objects coming from God knows where. They used hyperjumps to close the gap. At these speeds and G-forces, it only takes one error, one miscalculation. See, this says distress beacon. And then it's like, oh, something's happening. Oh my god, distress beacon. Oh my god, some crews have disappeared. I keep hearing rumors they found more than they have bargained for. Still, the spice must flow. We all sign NDAs the length of toilet paper, and cybersecurity squads purge whatever they want from the net. Guess I can only hope that next time it won't be me. Just like my father did. Especially now. Signing up on a ship with a name like that was just looking for trouble. Dun, dun, dun. It says distress beacon. Yep. Dun, dun. Hey Joe, what's up? Pull up a chair. Dun, dun, dun. Nemesis cooperative campaign. Okay. So then we get into it. And see how it says here, like, this is the part I haven't translated yet because I'm going to go through this, but this is telling you more about kind of what the tokens mean, what they'll be for, how to use them, what these are clues that go in the token pool, and then the things that come with it. All it's doing is just describing what you have, what you're going to use. And you didn't come here to see that. You came here to see Mission 1, Breaking the Quarantine. Sedna Outpost, Outer Solar System. We're home! Precisely 300 astronomical units from home. But it's close enough. We're still lightheaded, memories are hazy. A familiar feeling as if a part of you was left behind with every jump and took several hours to catch up. When our souls return to us, we'll be waiting for them over a round of drinks. Just in some cozy, access denied, airlocks disabled, boarding bridge detached. Wait, what? Platform 6 is closed for maintenance. Please vacate this area. Ground control. What the hell is this about? You have been placed under quarantine. Sorry for your inconvenience. Say again? Get me a flight director or... Please await further instructions and have a nice day. Ground control out. I don't like this one bit. Anyone receiving? Good job, you've kept your personal comms on. Friendly advice from another crew here. Looks like you're screwed. The word in the colonies is your ship was lost with all hands, and there's a welcome party on the way. They're packing gear that can break open your can in seconds. Look, I'd hate to be in you guys' shoes, but if I were, I'd probably do my best to get as far away from this place as possible. Good luck. And And I actually had to translate that one. I hope it didn't turn out terrible. Disconnected. In this line of work, you're either ready for anything or dead. They can control almost all of the ship remotely, but we know a few tricks or two. We don't know what game they're playing. One thing is certain. No one will boss us around on our ship. Throws up, sees something weird. Wait, what happened there? Memory. Oh my gosh. And then we get into mission 1. So, mission 1. Which is what this looks like when I translate it. So, basically it's talking about our task. So it says, manually engage all 3 engines, set their status to working. Right now they're all disabled, all of them. Use the comms room, the communication room, to send a signal by any character remotely hacking the Sedna flight control, and it's broken. Get any items that may help you survive future missions, and get back to the hibernatorium. On time. And we'll complete the mission if we do. You'll see what happens if we don't. So the mission overview. The mission uses the fully cooperative mode with the following exception. A part of the ship is inaccessible, so basically all up here, we can't use. Exploration tokens are used to trigger special story events. These are exploration tokens here, here, and here. The Marines are about to board the ship. Time will be extremely short. You'll see that in a minute. There are no intruders or noise rolls in this specific mission at all, so there's no going to the bag. Your items and status carry over to future missions. You do not reveal any events during the event phase. So no events, no bag rolls, no noise rolls in this first mission. So in mission 1 setup, the ship that we're on is called the Ariadne. The Ariadne. So place the Ariadne board on the side that it's supposed to be on. Place the command room here. And set its counter to 0 in terms of finding items. I'll talk to you about that in a second. This is where all players start, not in the hibernatorium, where you usually start if you play a regular game. Place the monitoring room over here. So place the monitoring room there. Place the nest here. And put the 10-inch and upon entry token here. And put the 2 upon entry token here, the exploration, which you see these 2 here. Then it says place the common rooms here and break it. Put a malfunction marker on it. Place the evacuation sections here and here. That's where the Marines are going to enter when it's time. And damage all the engines so they don't work. Randomly assign player characters, but we're not going to do that. My Patreon selected the scientist and the mechanic, and that's who we're going to play. And remove fire control generator and evacuation hatches from the room tiles, then shuffle the remaining and place them on the board. So because these all have, if you see here, it says 1, 1, 1, and 1. We only use the 1 tiles that are on here. Oh. Therefore, because we've removed the fire control and the generator. So all that's left is just these ones. So we shuffle these up. And when you play a game, if you look on here, you'll see where it says like 2 and 1. That'll determine the tile types that you put on, which says a 1 here. So we'll shuffle these up, these 1 tiles. And we'll lay them down. So we don't know what rooms these are. A little bit of a surprise. Okay? Then prepare a special pool of exploration tokens. Oh, there's one. Oh, no, I put that one. Which are these? I've already prepared. It says 1 slime, 1 door, 1 silence, 1 danger, 1 fire, and 3 malfunction. So we're going to shake these up. And basically every single time we enter a room, we'll deal with whatever's in there. So try not to look at them. So we'll get that going. Oops. I looked at that when we were shaking. It's hard to it's hard to tell. There. Just randomly place it. And even in the rooms that we have, trying to feel for the back of them. Even in the rooms that we have already revealed, they go in there as well. So everything is getting 1. There should be 2 rooms left. One is the comms room, and the other one is there. Okay. So our board is set up. This is the only place that we could go. We need to fix the engine, send the signal, and then get back to the hibernatorium. That's our job. Completing the mission. So if all the engines are green and the signal was sent by at least one player, then we can vote to take off. If the vote ends in a draw, the first player gets to do it, and once the ship takes off, we read on what happened. Okay, so how these rooms work, and we'll go through as we started off. We start off in the comms room. Now I want you to notice on this tile, there is numbers, right? That number means how much times you can search this room. So right now it's at 0, but if it was at 1, then I can only search the room once, and then I spin it to 0, and then no one can search the room ever again. Here is a computer symbol. That means that anyone who is able to access computers can do stuff in this room. This room is called the command center, and it says open closed doors, but you see this number here? It means that you have to spend 2 cards to do it. Cards are basically how you do anything in this game. They're not your health, but they are how you accomplish anything you want to do. And we'll talk about the different cards that they have in a second. So basically you have to discard, so the rooms are unknown and maze-like. Someone like, yeah, I know, right? Yeah, I know. So then this one's called the command center. So if you spend 2 cards while in this room, you can open or close doors. Remember the competitive side of this, you can lock people off if you're in it. When you search this room, you see the symbol up here? This says what type of items you can search for, which are red, yellow, or green. Well, this one is red, so that means that when I do a search, I take 2 cards from the red and pick 1. That's pretty much the room. Now, when you look on the board, if you say, how do you keep track of which ones you tick down? There's an arrow that's right here, and that's your arrow tracker. There's an arrow on every single one of them. So right now it starts off with 0, and our mechanic and our scientist are here. So our mechanic has the yellow deck. Well, orange deck, not yellow, orange. I can read. I can tell colors. So he has the orange deck. And what that basically says, they all have 10 cards. You only have 10 cards. And once you run out of cards, you reshuffle and you just keep cycling, reshuffling, and keep going. So what you do when you start off is you draw 5 cards, and that's your starting hand, and then you keep going. This is not a deck builder. You only always have 10 cards. That's it. He starts with a sawed-off shotgun, and then he has these 2 abilities right here that he can upgrade. So the first one that's on here, come on, is the plasma torch. So to activate this upgrade, activate this item in the storage room and spend 1 card. So basically if I go in the storage room, I spend 1 card and I activate this item, I then can flip this over and I get this item, which is the plasma torch. I cannot use it in combat because of this symbol. See, the X can't use it in combat. If I spend 1 card, I can open, close 1 door in a corridor connected to the room you're in. Destroyed doors can be closed using this item. So yes, you can destroy doors. And I have that stuff too. So I would have to be able to unlock this. His second one is a flashlight that he gets. And these are just kind of upgrades that differ them, right? So discard an energy charge. So basically if I find an energy charge item, I discard it and spend 1 card, and then I can find the flashlight, which cannot be used in combat. And it says for 2 cards, I can perform a search action. So that's his upgrades. How health works in this game. I got to show you their player board before I do that. So this is the mechanic. All of them work this way. So what are your basic actions? Basic actions mean you spend 1 card, and you can move, shoot, attack, pick up something, trade with people, or craft an item. Here is how you craft items, right here. And I'll get into this in a second. If you spend 2 cards, you can do careful movement. The difference between movement and careful movement is in a regular game of Nemesis, when you move, you have to roll for noise. That means that the aliens are tracking you everywhere. So it's basically the noise you're hearing the aliens scratching about. So they can appear anywhere. If you move carefully, you get to decide where the noise is coming from. So let's say I'm in this room here, and there's four ways to get into this room. So I move into this room, I roll my die, I roll a 3. That means that I have to put a noise token here, right? And the third, where it says 3 here in the third corridor. If I come back to this room and I roll for noise, and there's a noise token here already, that means 2 noise tokens, an alien appears and fights me. This is how strategic stuff works, because if you move carefully, I can say I move to this room, I roll the die, it goes to 3. I then go away, and when I come back, I move carefully, then I don't roll the die at all. I'll just say, okay, that noise is going to come from here. So you get to choose where it's going to go instead of it happening to you. Okay. This side that's on here says left hand, right hand. This is where heavy items go. So if something's listed a heavy item like his sawed-off shotgun, it automatically takes up 1 slot. He can only carry 2 heavy items. This, if he sends the signal, then he gets a part here. If he gets slimed, something happens when you get slimed in the game. He gets a marker here. Then this is where he starts taking damage. So he can, if he suffers 2 light wounds, on the 3rd light wound he suffers a major wound, and a major wound is basically something that's going to slow you down in some way. If you suffer 3 major wounds, you die. You are dead. The end. So that's how you. There are things in the deck, like there's a medical deck here with a plus that can help heal you, dress wounds, which will stop things from slowing you down, but you'll still be wounded, so it'll still count towards your wound percentage, and we'll talk about that as we play. So let's talk about crafting. So these items. Ooh, perfect. I have to shuffle this anyway. So these items come with this symbol up here. You see this? So when you find an item, you see the symbol up here. You can combine 2 of those symbols to craft either an antidote, a taser, a flamethrower, or a Molotov cocktail. But you need to put the 2 together and spend 1 card to craft. So you can craft them if you want. Make sense? Make sense? Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Cool, like the other side of the pillow. All right. So then we have our scientist. Our scientist starts with a pistol. So unlike the mechanic, who, if the mechanic rolls the attack die and he rolls a bullseye, a target, he can turn it into 2 targets, which is 2 shots to do 2 damage. The mechanic, because he is just a science nerd, right? He has a pistol, which is an energy weapon. If he rolls a die and he gets 2 targets, it counts as 1. So they kind of the opposites of each other in this. But he's got some cool upgrades, which makes it so worth it. So worth it. He has the holo computer, which is a quest item. So activate this item in the generator room. So if I go to generator room, spend a card, I get to activate the holo computer. And you get this forever. It's a heavy item. It can't be used in combat. And it says you can use this. You can use the intranet and risk assessment actions from any room on the ship, even with a malfunction marker or without a computer. That's powerful, and you'll see why in a bit. So he also has laboratory equipment, which is discard chemicals, which is an item that you can find, and 1 card to unlock this ability, which is a 1-time use only, cannot be used in combat. Spend 1 card. If you're in a room with a character corpse or an intruder carcass egg, I get to discover an intruder weakness. Pretty darn cool. So I think that is pretty cool. The more weaknesses you find on the intruder, the easier they are to fight. Otherwise, you're just kind of like shooting blind at something that's probably going to kill you. Okay. All right. So we will have my space cat as he being first player. We're going to shuffle this up and then just draw 5 cards. And so he'll go first, and we'll see what happens. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He has. So these are the cards in his deck. Come on. You can do it. There we go. So he's got Ingenuity. Cannot be used in combat. Doesn't cost any cards to play. With Ingenuity, I can discard the malfunction marker from the room you're in, repair or break the engines in the engine room, or craft an item. You can use any yellow item as a screwdriver thing to do crafting. So that's his first card. His next, Pyrotechnics. Cannot be used in combat, costs an extra card. Discard any item to place a fire marker in the room you are in. So I could start a fire, or I could stop a fire. Fast Repairs. Cannot be used in combat. Doesn't need an extra card. Basically, discard a malfunction marker from a room, or repair or break the engine. He is the mechanic. Search. Cannot be used in combat. So his cards cannot be used in combat. Reduce the item counter by 1. Draw 2 item cards and pick one. So basically do a search action. Rest, which basically lets us deal with contamination, and we're back. So those are his starting hand. And there's no mulliganing, mulliganing, whatever. You can't get rid of these cards, but you get to use them as you see fit. Now, how the game is played is over a series of rounds, and each round contains a series of turns. So basically, you play cards until you have none and you have to pass. Or you wanna stop and you have to pass. And once you pass, then you wait until the other players pass, and then the round is over. Once the round's over, the timers tick down. Stuff happens in the regular game, like bag development, events, all that other stuff, and then it's back to your turn. So we're gonna start off this turn, and in a turn you can only do 2 actions a turn. So I do 2 actions, scientist does 2 actions. I do 2 actions, scientist does 2 actions. Hopefully that makes sense. Alright, so we're not rolling for noise here, so I don't really need to be careful, but I do need to fix this. So he is going to spend his rest card because I don't have any contamination, I don't need anything crazy. So I'm going to discard this 1 card to perform a basic action, which is to move. So I discard this card, and I move from here to here. These hallways only tell you what room you can move into. That you don't have to stop. You can't stop in a hallway. It's just connecting rooms. But you can shut doors in a hallway, but you don't have to stop it. Okay. Once we move into a room, we then flip over the big one to say what room it is. It is the emergency room. So treat yourself. So treat your wounds. For 2 cards, if you spend 2 cards, you could treat your wounds. So it's the emergency room, and if I search this room, I can search for green items. So you put that down. Then you're like, hey, Canje, how do I tell how much items I can search in that room? That's what this little thing is for. It comes with bad news, but items you can search. So let's flip it over, and look, it's slime. So let me hold this up a little bit closer so you can see. So I can search this room 4 times, but also the slime symbol pulls up. So I turn this dial here to point to 4. And then usually you would just be slime, so you'd put a marker on your slime token. But since we're playing the game, we need to determine what slime means. Slime is event number 1. So let's see what slime happens in the story. Event number 1, which is this. Strange tattoo. It smelled like I imagined toxic waste would. My first thoughts, get it off yourself now. And then I noticed it. I don't remember these names, I don't remember these names. Don't even know how this ended up on my skin. What's happening to my head? So this is what happens. Discard 2 cards at random from your hand, put 1 clue into the campaign pool, and continue the mission. Ugh. Okay, so I'm gonna use these instead of the player thingies for the clues. I'm gonna add these to the campaign, so I'll put them right there. But I have to discard 2 cards randomly from my hand. So I will shuffle. And then once this goes out, it is removed from the game. It doesn't go back into any bags. It's gone. So I will shuffle this. And then lose 2. I'll lose this one. Dang it. Repair the engines. And this one. Dang it. Repair. So I lost both my repair the engine cards. Ugh. Okay. Okay. So then my next turn, I lost both my repair engine cards. That's not cool. So my first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to spend this card to search. So I'm going to tick this down by 1. Come over here to this. And what do you do with these? This is a lot, right? You just shuffle them up. And you draw 2 cards and pick one of the 2. So they kind of really pose me by taking both of my repair cards. So I have to wait until my deck runs out before I get more repair cards. That is not fun. Alrighty. So I pick up 2. And I got... What are focus on? That is not... There we go. I got a med kit, dress 1 serious wound, or heal 1 dress serious wound. And I got 1 use, so basically I got a plus, and I got that. They both can't be used in combat. I'm going to take the med kit because I'm probably going to get hurt a lot. So I take the med kit, put it here in my inventory, and put that one at the bottom of the deck. And that's my 2 turns. That's it. I got 1 card left. So now it is his turn. We'll shuffle this up. All right, we'll shuffle those up. Draw 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for our scientist. And he's got upside down cards. Demolition. At no cost, destroy 1 closed door in a corridor connected to your room you're in. Place a malfunction marker in the room you're in, if I want to. I can repair the engines. Hey. Computer skills. I can open closed doors in a corridor, so I can do that. Search. I can search for stuff if I want. And blocking access. Use in a room with a computer to use the room action without paying its cost. So you see where this one would have cost 2 cards? I could play this and just use it because it has a computer symbol that's there. Okay, so I'm gonna play my search card to move here, to do a move action. And then I'm gonna play blocking access to move here. I'll head towards this engine to repair it. Let's hope they don't take any more of my cards. Okay, so this room is surgery. Perform a surgery procedure for 2. It's also a green card set. And let's see what happens. We have the fire symbol, but it has 2, so we'll tick this to 2. So that's where the arrow is. And let's find out what fire means. Fire, event 4. Yay. Okay, so let's go to event 4. Event 4, pipe bursts. Yay! This ship has hundreds of veins that silently pump its fluids. Reactor coolant, hydraulic oil, thrusters, fuel, drinkable water, and wastes. No one really remembers or cares what goes where. Until the character suffers 1 serious wound. If this character discards an interruption card, the serious wound is made a light wound. I don't have an interruption card, so I suffer 1 serious wound. So what do? This is the serious wound deck. When serious wounds happen, you pull from this deck, and basically... Ooh. I put them in the wrong place. This is the serious wound deck. This is the contamination deck. So let's see how he will be slowed down. So once the serious wound comes out, you shuffle it, you flip it over immediately, and you do what it says. Yay. So, serious wounds. So I shuffle these up. And then I take 1. I flip it over. Arm. Yay. What? He is really focused, like finding something to pick the foot. There we go. Probably the engines. Arm. The character has only one hand slot for heavy item objects. If you have two heavy item objects, they must instantly drop one. Oh yeah, that becomes my problem now. So, ouch. And then we discard this. So I'm already hurt. Alright, so I've already spent 2 actions, one to move, one to move. And now it's back to... I only have 1 card. I'm going to head... You can repair... Well, I should be able to repair these. So I'm going to head and I'll probably try to repair these 2. So I'm going to spend this 1 card. Move here. It is the armory. So basically with this, for 2, I could recharge my energy weapon if I've used it. I can search for red item cards, and it is the armory. And the problem that's happening here is thing I hate. So a malfunction marker. So when a malfunction marker comes up, we read event 7. This is going to hurt. Event 7. Guys, I can use some help now. Close all doors leading out of the room you're in. So he's in this room. Boom, boom. All doors closed. Place 1 standard ammo or injury marker in the room you're in. Remove it at the start of next round. If the marker is gone and your character is still trapped in the room, suffer 1 light wound at the start of each round. Once any door leading to the room is open, the effect is done. Okay, so guess what? I'm out of cards. I can't do anything else, so I have to pass. All right. Your turn. You've got some actions you can do. So let's spend... Place a malfunction. Sure. I can help him. I can help him. I might get hurt. I might get hurt. We've run into the slime, we've run into the fire, and we've run into 1 malfunction. So there's a danger, a door, and another malfunction. Ooh. Okay. We need to fix the engines and we need to send the message. So let's spend this to move into this room. Malfunction marker. Of course it is. So the same thing happens. And basically the thematic piece of that is they're controlling the ship. So that was 1. But I did that for a reason. And this goes to 2. But I did that for a reason because I'm going to spend computer skills for free to say open, close 1 door in a corridor connected to your room you are in. So I'm going to spend that to pop this door, which lets both of those disengage. So they won't suffer any wounds at all. Ugh. Okay. And that will end his turn. But he's already passed. I've got 1 more turn left. Well, I am going to spend this repairs card to discard a malfunction marker from the room you are in. So now the comms room is online. And then I will pass. So he's passed, I've passed. Now it is the end of the round cleanup, basically. So what happens is, remember, this marker comes off, but there's 1 of the rooms been opened, so the effect is ended in terms of nobody taking a serious wound. We go tick down the marker from 3 to 2. That's basically the breach of the Marines coming in. And once it after one more turn, when it gets to the story marker, stuff starts happening. And then we redraw 5 cards, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is what's in his hand, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is what's in his hand. Pass the first player marker to the person, and then we begin. So, time to send that signal. And I can't repair a darn thing. So I'm going to use what says rest, scan all contaminations in your hand. Yeah, so this isn't going to help me. So I'm going to spend, my first action, I'm going to spend the rest to send the signal. Oh, I got to spend 2 cards to do that, don't I? Damn. Oh, wait, nope. I'm going to pull that back. I got risk assessment. Use in a room with a computer. Look at the top card of the event deck, then return it to either... Nope, don't have to do that. Search, press. Intranet. Use in a room with a computer. Use the room computer. Use the room action of any working computer with a computer without paying its cost. But it's going to cost me 2 cards to do it anyway. So it doesn't matter. I'll just spend these 2 to send the signal. Part 1 of my objective has been met. So that was my first action. Can't open the darn door. I can't move. I cannot move. We're kind of trapped. Scan all the contamination cards to rest. I'm gonna search. I'm gonna spend the rest card to search. Pick this down to 1. We're searching for yellow. And this is basically a base introduction to the game, right? There's no noise rolls. There's no events happening that's going to stress me out just yet. But him not being able to get out of a room is bad because I need those engines fixed. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to search, draw 2 cards. 1, 2. And I've got duct tape. Discard a malfunction marker from the room you're in. Repair/break the engine in the room you're in. Use any 1 heavy item. Discard the malfunction marker from the room you're in. Repair or break the engines or open close 1 door in any corridor connected to you. Yes. And we put this on. So that at least gives him a chance. So that was his 2. Now, it is time for Senior Guy, who has computer skills to open closed doors, search, interruption card, demolition, destroy 1 closed door in a corridor connected to you, or technical corridors, which I like this card a lot. It lets him move about the ship a lot easier. So, let's do demolition. So I'm going to explode this door. I destroyed the door, so there's a destroyed door there now. For my first action, and my second action is going to be to move here. Gosh help me. This is going to hurt. Gosh help. This is the storage room for... So for 2 cards, I can search for an item, which is a red item that's here. But let's find out the pane we're in. A danger marker, and it's on 2. So let me put this to 2 right here, and then let's find out what danger is. Danger is event 3. Please don't. Not in the face. Not in the face. Okay, so event 3, sudden shock. It looked clear, but I should have known. Their AI must have found hundreds of ways to kill us with our own ship. The character suffers 2 light wounds. If the character discards an interruption card, the number of light wounds is reduced to 1. Well, I so happen to have an interruption card. So I'm going to discard that, and I'm only going to take 1 light wound. Yay. Okay, so I think I know what's there. So, my first action was to blow up the door. My second action was to move. So now it is his turn. Well, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do risk assessment. Spend that card to use this tool, which is a one-time use. Put it at the bottom of the deck to open this door. And then my second action is going to be to move back over here. So we send the signal, we're good. Your job is to repair that engine. All right, his turn. Search the room and then move. Probably the best bet. So I'm going to search this room, spending technical corridors. Nope, spending computer skills. Search this room for a red item. I grab this, shuffle red. So like I said, this is just kind of the base. So if you're like, there's not really much going on, because it's teaching you how to move. It's teaching you how to play cards to get around. Because when it starts introducing events, when it starts introducing aliens, when it starts introducing noise, which is the second mission, it hurts. It hurts a lot. All right, so I'm going to draw 2 cards. And I've got, give me something to repair the engines. Give me something to repair the engine. So I've got evacuation key. If you're in the evacuation section room, lock or unlock an escape pod. And comms key. If you are in a room with a computer, look at one of the objective cards. Neither one of these matter. I'll take the comms key. I'll take the comms. That was my first action. And my second action, I'm moving into the engineering room. And that's it. So then both people pass. Here we go. Both people pass. We move the marker down 1. Pass the first player token. And then we shuffle. And you draw 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Shuffle. Like I said, so we'll get through the first one. Again. Don't worry, it's going to pick up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so first player's on him. Repairs. Yes! So I have my fast repairs card, so the first thing I'm going to do is spend that to repair this engine. So basically, I know it's damaged. I'm going to grab the repair, boom, put it to working. Engine online. My second thing to do, it says use the room in a technical corridor entrance. Move to that area, but then you must pass after this action. I'm not ready for that yet. I want to hang on to that card. I am going to move for my second action back here because I'm heading to here. Yep. Okay, his turn. Please, please, please repair. Yes. Okay, so I'm going to spend my search token to move here, which reveals an X. And there's one thing to search in this room, and X is silence. Silence is event 5. Oh, God. Not often you see your own body like that. It's like looking into a messed up mirror. I know I should have let everyone else know, but I also know they wouldn't trust me anymore. The body must disappear. Discard 2 cards from your hand. At least they're not random. Discard 2 cards from your hand and continue. At least they're not random. So I'm not getting rid of repairs or interruption. So I'll get rid of these. So that was my first action. Won't be able to fix the engines this round either. Ah! My second action is to move into the engine room. And I have one card left that I need a card for to play. Gee. Okay. You, sir, are going to spend this card to move here. And interruption to move here. And that's your turn. Okay. So we both got one card left, and it's back to his turn, the scientist's turn. However, the scientist has to spend one card to repair this. Now, at the end of your turn, you can discard a card, but I don't want to discard this card. I want to keep it. So I'm going to hang on to that one, and I'm going to pass my turn. And then the mechanic is like, I have technical corridors. I can't use this to open a door. Nope, can't use it to open a door. So I need to get into that room to fix that engine. So I'm going to hang on to this card and pass. We have passed. So we go to event 6. Alright, event 6. The tipster was right. They do mean business. If they reach the hibernatorium before we make a jump, we're as good as dead. But if they don't, they'll turn into wet splatters on our walls. So event 6 says, put a Marine squad token on each of the 2 access areas. So that's these tokens here. So right here. So they are there. At the start of each turn, and that's each with a J, not an H, move the Marine squad tokens on rooms towards the hibernatorium, ignoring any closed doors. So they just come through doors at us. The first squad is going to move to the second squad. The first squad is going to move to 4, then 5, then here. The second squad is going to move to 6, then 5, then here. And if they reach here, I'll put event 9 token on there, which means that if they reach there, and the story trigger, bad news, once a Marine, anyone touches that area, read what happens next. Read event 9. Okay, so now it's go time. So we'll drop 5 cards. So I've already got one, so 1, 2, 3, 4. And I've already got one here, so 1, 2, 3, 4. And pass the first player token, and we're ready to go. So first thing you're going to do is you're going to repair that engine, spending a computer skill. And we will repair this engine. It's now working. Second thing you're going to do is start hightailing it out of there. So we're going to do intranet to move here. That's yours. Your first thing you're going to do is explode that door with demolition. The second thing you're going to do is spend your rest card to move into the engine room. Back to you. So first thing is move. Now we've got some story events we could trigger here. I don't want him to get hurt, but I want that story event to see what's going on. So, because we have to make, he's almost there, so I'll do it. I'll do it. We come in here, as soon as we enter the room, we have to read event 10. So event 10, monitoring room. Crew, I've got something here. Tell me it's something good. Tell me something good. Did you know we had a big A cargo bay on the lower decks? There's something in there. Whatever it is, it has to wait. We have to take off now. Put 1 clue in the campaign pool and continue the mission. So put 1 pool in our campaign pool. We've done this. Continue the mission, which means flipping this over, and it's a gear. It's a gear. A malfunction token. Yay! And this room has one thing that you can search. And he's done. Did you repair this yet? Nope, you didn't. So you're going to use Ingenuity to repair the engine. So all engines are online. We now need to get to the Hibernatorium, and then we're finished with this mission. So that's first. Second thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use technical corridors. So there's a technical corridor here. There's a technical corridor here. So that means that I can go anywhere that there is a technical corridor. There's one here, 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 and both of them are one spot away. But I have to pass my turn. I'm using technical corridors because there's one that pops me out of here. I'm crawling into the vents. And let's find out about this one. This could be bad. So event 2. Ooh! What the hell is this? Pick up the object. So we get to either choose to pick up the object or ignore and continue on the mission. If we pick up the object, we need to deal with event 11. You know I'm gonna pick it up, right? Ooh, I don't know if I want to. Yeah, let's pick it up. 11. So we go to event 11. This did not belong here. This quarantine, I think I know why it was ordered. No time, get to work. I'd feel safer if someone looked at this thing in the lab. The character receives an egg token. Here. So I receive an egg token. Place choice A token and a story triggered marker in the lab. Choice A, here's the lab all the way over here, and a story trigger token in the lab. Yeah, we ain't got time for all that. If a character with an egg reaches the lab during the mission, destroy the egg and put choice A token into the campaign pool. Okay. Then we deal with whatever this is. It's a door. Event 8. What is event? This is amazing. Event 8. Almost crushed. It started to close just as I was passing through. Perfect timing. This was not a coincidence. Suffer a serious wound to the leg. If you're a scientist, that serious wound would be to the body. So I suffer a serious wound to the leg. So basically I go to serious wounds and I find leg. Ah! And this is what it says. Oh boy, fun. Fun, fun, fun. The cost of your escape movement is 2. If I try to escape from an alien, I gotta deal with that. So I got a leg injury. And I got it down here. Okay. And that ends my life. Cool, so I got an egg. Hey. But I'm not going to the lab because at the end, we both passed because we're out of cards. So the Marines are gonna move 1, 1. Okay, then we draw 5 cards. So 1. You can't make it to that Hibernatorium, dude. Sorry. Let's hope you get a demolition card. 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, that does not look good for you. And then we'll get 1 as a search. What can we do in the monitoring room? Check one room and exploration token. We can check to see what it is. Okay. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we passed first player. Well, I feel sorry for you, but I'm spending a search to get to the Hibernatorium through that corridor. Oh, cool. I'll spend computer skills, open and close one door in a corridor where you are. So that's my second turn to get rid of that. Then my scientist will actually search for his first action. Red cards. So he's searching for... What are you focusing on? Recon drone. Check 1 on explored room tile and look at an exploration token. Or energy weapon. Prototype pistol. 3 ammo. 80. I'm gonna take that energy weapon. Try to see if I can heal myself. So... Oh, I can't. I'll drop it. Shoot. I gotta take the other one. I gotta take the beacon. Because I have the wound, if I grab a heavy weapon, it's supposed to go down here, but I can only hold one because my arm's all beat up. So I will take the recon drone. That's my first action, ticking this down to 0. And my second action is going to be to move. And we are going to take off. So we take off together. So we go to... Once the ship, if all engines are green and the signal was sent by at least one player, players vote to take off. If the vote results in a draw, we decide. Once the ship takes off, go to ending number 1. So ending number 1. Jetstream. All green. We're jumping as soon as we clear the station. Get your fish tanks. You think we could leave them a parting gift? We could turn around and blast the other pads clear with thrusters. There's a ton of civvies down there. We can't just kill them. Oh, yes, we can. So we get to choose as a group. Basically, players take a vote. Do we want to destroy all docking ships with rear thrusters, or just fly away? So what do y'all want to do? Do y'all want to destroy all docking ship? Do you want to destroy the docking pads, killing a bunch of people as we escape, or do you just want to escape? I'm gonna get a drink of water while you tell me what you want to do. Destroy. Let's do it. All right, destroy all docking. We're going to ending number 2. Ending number 2. Take the B token. So take the B token. So we're adding that to our pool. Then, if you have the choice A token, go to ending 3. Otherwise, mission 2. So we finished mission 1, and we're good. But like I said, we're going to play 2 missions so you can actually see the game. That was just the intro stuff. So you can see how movement works, how finding items work. Let's get into it. Mission 2. The Flying Dutchman. So, if you have the choice C token, I do not, or don't have the choice B token, which I do, go to intro 1. Otherwise, go to intro 3. So intro 3. The jump was rough, but it's not the only reason why we are shaken. Going from your regular workday to being a fugitive takes some adjustments. Too bad things weren't about to slow down. Still receiving? Yeah. Where the hell are you? Hold on, we're losing signal. And that button means to disconnect, I believe. I think that was to disconnect. Yeah, disconnect. So basically we're disconnecting comms so we can talk. Good question. Where did you take us? To the middle of nowhere. I punched in the first random coordinates that came to my mind. Should I? No, bring him back, but tell him nothing. Okay, we're back. I blinked far enough to disappear from all sensors. Clever girl. Still, you need help, and I can provide. Really? Weren't you just a friend from another ship? On. Don't tell me you believe in fairies. I'm from the Astro Workers Union. We have an operative in the command room on Sedna. That's how I knew about you. The Astro Worker Union, the one that bombed storage facilities on Mars and sent an anthrax to the CEO of Sundrop? All fighting for the rights of ungrateful bastards such as you, but we're missing the point here. Within the last 10 years, several ships have gone missing. You may have heard the rumors, even though corporations and the government try to keep it under wraps. It seems you're about to join the list. Now, we have a chance with your ship. We can discover what was happening to those other crews. We have teams of scientists and researchers waiting on standby. I'm sending you the rendezvous point. Hold your horses. We have tons of structural damage. We can't fly anymore. Damn. Oh, come on. It's not like you have any other... Holy crap. That's impossible. Hey, you still there? We found the Nemesis. So we're ready. So then we begin mission 2. So let's begin setup for mission 2. So mission 2 setup. Important. The characters, items, wounds, status, and cards carry over to this mission. Pilot. The sensors show no structural damage of any kind. Might be our lucky day. Scout. Finding the Nemesis right here, right now? It's simply impossible. The captain. I don't like it either. Soldier. And I don't like being a sitting duck with half of the outer system is on our backs. We gotta move. The pilot. I'm afraid he's right. The damage suffered by the Ariadne during the jump is far too severe. But we could try to use the Nemesis as our gateway car. It doesn't hurt to get on board and have a look, Captain. Right. Get in your suits, everyone. Scientists. Even me? Captain. We don't know what's out there. And we don't know when the military will catch up with us. It's best to stick together. Your task. Infiltrate the Nemesis through the open escape pod doors. And assess whether the ship is fit enough for space travel. If it is, use it to escape. So for the mission overview, the mission uses fully cooperative mode with the following exceptions. Your team enters through the escape pods. From there on, you will be guided by a chain of story events. The coordinate cards and destination markers remain unused. The time marker is not placed at the start of the mission. Expect the unexpected. So we start with the regular stuff. Now we go to this because we're hopping off our ship, and now you're going to see a Nemesis setup. It is happening. Grab this stuff off. Pull those, pull the doors. Now you're going to see a Nemesis setup. These off. This off, this off. And then we flip the board to the standard side. And how do I know it's the standard side when I flip the board? I'll show you. Ooh, that is backwards. That is just all sorts of backwards. So we flip the board. And how do you know it's the standard side? Up in that corner, you see these red arrows? That tells you it's the standard side. So this is the Nemesis. This is the ship. So we flip it over to that side, place the Nemesis board on the table, standard side, ship up, place all character modules on evacuation hatch B, map slot A. Okay, so evacuation hatch B, map slot A is here. So all characters start here. Set its item counter to 0. Place the following rooms face up. So we get surgery on slot B. Surgery is here. Monitoring room on slot C. Here. Engine control on D. Oh. Come on. Engine control room on see that is all the way up here. Now we're going to be moving all over the ship. Generator on slot E here. This isn't ominous at all. Hey, Carl. Thanks so much. Thanks so much. Pull up a chair. Pull up a chair. Join us. Join us. Generator room on sloppy. Place event 5 token plus on entry on use, not on entry, on use, which means we have to use it. So place event 5 plus on use marker in surgery. Place event 2 and on entry token in the hibernatorium. Set up the rest of the rooms according to the standard rule setup. Now you get to see how it works. So let me get all the ones together. I should have more than that for 2s. Right? Yeah, definitely. Oh, here we go. All right. So here's how we set up the game. What you do is you look at these things for 1s. You see where it says 1 right here? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them. So what you do is you shuffle these up. Those are the only important parts right now. So you shuffle the rest up. And then you place them randomly only on the 1 slot. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, and any excess goes back to the box. Then you grab the number 2 ones. See, it says number 2 on them. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4 2 slots. You shuffle those up. This is how you would set up a regular game. So shuffle these around. And you place these here. 1, shuffle up some more just in case. 2, shuffle up some more just in case. 3, and 4. And then the rest go back to the box. Okay? Then we need to deal with these lovely, lovely tokens of pain and suffering. That's why I have them in this bag with a bunch of other tokens. Randomly shuffle all engine tokens and put them, please. Do not set up any escape pods. And we're setting up the intruder bag. This is it. We're getting into the game. All right. So shuffle these up, and basically these are what's going to go on each one of these rooms. So up there. Here. I'm trying to feel to make sure I don't look at them. And I'm holding them out so you don't see, so you see I don't cheat. How much more we gotta go? There is no escape. Okay. We've got... And we've got 2 more. 3 more. Okay. 1, 2, and finally. Okay. All right. So we got all that. So we basically got all that set up. Then it says randomly shuffle the engines. So these are the engines. It's either broken or not broken. So I'm gonna do this, not looking at them. And then I'm gonna roll a die to see what's gonna go on top. Odds even. So that goes on top. I'm not looking at what's inside. Let's flip it back in here and put this engine number 1, 2, odds even. And engine number 3. Odds even. Okay. So do not set up any escape pods or the destination marker. Okay. Unlike the previous missions, exploration tokens work just like in a standard game. Place them on both revealed and unrevealed, which is what I just did, with the exception of where you start. Set up the intruder board according to standard rules. Okay, so this is the intruder board. This is what I wanted to talk to you about coming up here, right? This intruder board has some breakdown to tell you what the intruders look like. So basically, the intruders, there are larvae, creepers, adults, breeders, and the queen. The intruders' weaknesses, you have to discover these things. So you have to take them to a lab to figure out what they are. And there's a nest somewhere with eggs in it. So what you do is you take these deck of intruder weaknesses and you shuffle them up. And this is why the weaknesses vary from game to game. Replayability, not always the same weakness. So you shuffle them up, and then you place them 1, 2, 3. And those are the 3 weaknesses the intruders can have. The rest of them gets returned to the box. Okay, then we need to create the intruder bag. Oh, sorry. And then this always starts with 1 egg on it. Okay, now we need to create the intruder bag. And the intruder bag is, this will determine the lovely, lovely aliens and the terrible, terrible things that happen to us while we're moving about. So I got a bag that I can actually stick my hand into instead of the tiny one that comes with the game. So this game says we start off with 4 larvae, which are these ones, which are these symbols, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we start off with 4 larvae in the bag. 4 adults plus 1 per player. So these are the adults. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 adults plus 1 per player. There's 2. There's 2 players. So 6. 2 creepers. Creepers are the 1 symbol things. So 2 creepers. And 1 blank, which means nothing. Okay, egg analysis. If you have the C token, your ship's computer finishes its preliminary analysis, giving you some insight into the biology of the species. Immediately reveal the intruder egg weakness. But we didn't take that to the lab, so we didn't get that fun. So this is our intruder bag. Okay, completing the mission. The mission ends. Basically, events will tell us what we need to do to complete the mission. Basically. So we will shuffle these up. And then we get to see a fun game of Nemesis. There's something else that's supposed to happen. To start the mission, go to event 1 on the next page. There it is. That's what's going to tell us to start. All right, we're ready to play. Here until needed. All right, so event 1. Detached. Nemesis. Even the name gives me the chills. The largest ship to disappear in deep space. Whoever abandoned it was kind enough to leave the front door open. All 4 escape pods are gone.
The emergency power is still on. There's some oxygen in the main tank. We only need to enable the life support before we freeze to death or suffocate. I don't know if that's good or bad. A part of me was hoping we'd find a dead, unhospitable wreck and have to head back ASAP. Not something I wanted to see, but after 10 years, we hope it's all clear. Anyway, we won't be able to learn more until main power is back online. So restore our jobs, our tasks are restore the full power on the Nemesis using the manual master switch in the generator room. Okay. Put the event 03 token and an on use token in the generator room. So 03 and on use. Okay. Resolve this event as soon as any character uses the generator. Until this happens, you cannot use any room actions whatsoever. Place the timer token, the time marker on slot 3 of self-destruct. Back to this, huh? Okay. It represents the dwindling oxygen and extreme cold. If it reaches the skull, everyone dies and the campaign ends in failure. So we have it here on the 3 mark. We're here. We need to get to the generator room and use the generator room if it's not broken by whatever's under here. So we need to use the generator room. Once we do that, we advance the story and we see what happens. So the generator room is the first priority. Okay, so you finished last first. You're over here. And you don't have... I think it's eggs per player, if I remember properly. I think it's buried under something. I think it's eggs per player. Intruder bag. Intruder attack. Setup. Return to the rest. The number shown on your help card is your player number. Yeah, I think it's just 1 egg. Yeah, it's just 1 egg. Okay. Alright. So you're first to go. You draw 5 cards after shuffling. You still got a serious injury that I'm not a big fan of that needs to get taken care of. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we've got search, repairs, blocking access, and rest. Okay. Well, we're feeling good. We're feeling good, but I can unlock the holo computer in the generator room. So as soon as I activate this item, once I get to the room, I can activate the holo computer by spending a card. So let's get a move on. I'm going to spend a move card to move here. This is the hatch control system. Lock and unlock an escape pod, but there's no escape pods there. But I can search the room for any. You see the 3 symbols? It could be anything. But what's the pain? Doors. Let's see what doors mean in the actual game. Doors. Place a door token in the corridor through which you entered the room. Door tokens can never be placed in technical corridors. So I'm here. Door lock. And it's at 4. So it's set to 4. So it says, yeah, place a door token in the corridor through which you entered the room. Noise roll. Thank you. It's been a minute. Then we got to roll for noise. Oh, God. We've begun! We've begun! So what that symbol means, that fun symbol means, if there is an intruder in your neighboring room, that intruder automatically engages with you. If there are no intruders in any of the neighboring rooms, place a noise marker in each corridor connecting to that room. So you get a noise token. You get a noise token. So do you. And so do you. Okay. Fun time. So we've moved to the room. We've checked what happens. we rolled for noise, and then we get to deal with the fun. So my second action, this time I'm going to move cautiously. Yep, I'm going to move cautiously, spending 2 cards. Canje's back, baby. So I'm going to spend 2 cards to move cautiously to move into the generator room. This time, I don't have to roll for a noise. I say where I want to put this token, so I'm putting it here. Hey, what's up, Cybermage? What's up? Now, we take a look and see, awesome, it's broken! So that symbol means that this room is busted, and you can search it twice. Yay! Oh my gosh. So that's my 2 turns. Oh gosh, these 2 things just don't work out for me. Oh, and I used my repairs card. Oh, that sucks. Okay. So that's my 2, so now it's on him. Alrighty. So this is a typical game of Nemesis with me rolling dice. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, well, I'm not going that way because that's death. That's alien problems already. So I'm going to move. I really need to repair that, and he just kind of screwed the pooch. I'll keep that. I'm going to use this rest. Yeah, I'm going to use this rest card to move here. And I'm not moving quietly because we're in a hurry. I'm going to roll for noise. Four. So this is 3, 4, so there's noise skittering about right. Then I'm going to reveal the room. This is the fire control system room. So initiate the fire control procedure. We find... Y'all get to see an alien already. So there's 3 on there. And that one says that noise markers are going on every room that I'm in. So here and here. But because there's 2 here, we take these away. And we reach into the bag. I know, Kate, I know. And we reach into the bag to see what we're gonna pull. Yeah, once there's 2 noise, you clear noise from everywhere and you deal with the problem. Please don't be a queen. Please don't be a... Be blank. Be blank. Be blank. Be blank. It's an adult. So an adult alien shows its head. Now let's talk about this. So we're going to grab an adult alien. This is him. I still haven't painted him fully yet. So this is him. He's just in all black. But when I paint him, he'll be all shiny. So he pops up in the room. Now. Yeah, I did. Oh, I missed one. Sorry. I thought I did. Because I grabbed them all. You remove all noise markers that's connecting the room. Now, I thought I did, Matt. Good catch. So this is his token. On the other side of this token is a number. 3. If I have less so I thought the object was not if I have less than this many cards in my hand, the creature gets a surprise attack on me and gets to punch me in the face. But I have 4 cards. This is saying I'm supposed to have 3, so I'm good. That was my first action. Well, my second action...
Nah, I don't want to take any damage. My second action is I'm going to discard pyrotechnics to shoot him in the face with my shotgun. So I'm going to spend 1 bullet, and I'm going to pull out the die. Yes, that's right, Kate. The dice. I'm going to pull out 1 die. So this die has different symbols on it. It has the creeper, 2 shots, 1 shot, creeper, blank, the adult, creeper. So basically that's what it has, right? When I roll this die, if it lands on a shot for the adults, if it lands on the adult, 2 shots or 1 shot, I do 1 damage to the creature. Well, with 2 shots I do 2. If it lands on anything else, because this is an adult, I miss. So basically I have 1, 2, 3 of a 6 side. I have a 50% chance to hit him. 50%. 50%. Believe in me. Woohoo! So I hit him for 2 damage. So you sit there and you say, how much health does this creature have? You don't know in this game. What you have to do is you have to go to the Intruder Attack deck, give it a shuffle, because this is the first time I'm pulling it out. Give it a shuffle, and then you draw a card. That card tells you how much health the creature has. So it has 2 damage on it. So it has 2 damage on it. Oh, you're right. And the shotgun, oh, no, the shotgun doesn't. The shotgun says, and I'll hold it up so you can see, I did 2 damage. It doesn't do anything special. Let me see if I can make it show. Yeah, it says, unmodified rolls of 1 shot is treated as a double shot. That's all it does. So because I got the double shot, it's just a double shot. That's all it does. Alrighty. Okay, so then this will be over here, and I'll pull the top card off of it, and this will tell us how much health is on that creature. It has 5 health. For this round, 5 health. So it has 5 health. So I discard this card, and it's still alive. It only has 2 health on it, so nothing bad happened. That ends my turn. It is his turn. I am where I'm supposed to be. Oh, activate this item in the generator room. I'm in the generator room. I'm going to spend 1 card to activate Holo Computer. So I unlock the Holo Computer. This is the reason why I did it. You can use the intranet and risk assessment actions from any room on the ship, even when a malfunction marker, or even with a malfunction marker or without a computer. So this is awesome because this is malfunctioning. However, once I get my intranet card, my intranet card and my risk assessment card, I can use that room and move the story forward without it. So the Holo Computer is online. So that was my first action. My second action is going to be to search that room. Oh, wait, no, I can't. I need a card to search. Meh. I can't search that way. I think that's all I've got. I'm going to discard this card. I'm going to discard this card. I'm going to discard this card. I'm going to discard that card and be done. I passed. You good sir's turn. Well, we're going to shoot you again. So we are going to shotgun him in the face using our last ammo.
So I rolled a creeper, which is less than an adult, so I don't hit it at all. Does that mean that we can't do anything? No, I could punch the guy in the face. I could punch him, but if I punch him, I gain a contamination card, which could get me infected. I could run away, but he's going to attack me if I run away. If I stay, he's going to attack me. I think I'm going to run away for my second action. So it said the cost of escape movement costs 2 actions, so I'm going to spend these 2 to escape. So I'm going to move here. When I move, he gets to attack me. So we're going to flip the next intruder card to see what he does. Bite. And it says here, and you'll notice on here, let me hold this up. If it is focusing on something in my background. So it says adults, breeders, and the queen activate. Bite. If the character has 2 serious wounds, they die. If not, they suffer 1 serious wound. I have 1 serious wound. I'm about to get another. So let's shuffle these up. And remember, 1 more serious wound and I'm dead. So I get body. You draw up to 4 action cards instead of 5. Ugh, that hurt. Okay, then I move to this room. I move from a room with an alien into an empty room, so I get to make a noise roll. Yay! 1. Then, let's find out what's going on in this room. This room is broken. And it goes to 2 for searching. Oh boy. I did noise roll. I did. Alright, so that ends my turn and I pass. I pass. We're done. So we're done passing. What do we do first? We move the time track. So we move this down from 3 to 2. We do an intruder attack. Well, we have an intruder, but it's not in the space. So the intruder isn't going to attack anybody. Fire damage. There's no fire on the ship. Then we resolve an event card. So we come over here to the lovely, lovely event card deck. And we shuffle. The event card deck does fun things like kill you, maim you, laugh at you while when you trip and fall down the stairs. It even goes so far as to slap you in the face on the way down. So we shuffle these up, and the event cards is going to let us do 2 things. No fire yet. Yet, Carl. Yet. So, and this is going to let you do 2 things. So we'll put this up here. I'll draw 1. Okay. Oh, God. Okay. So, first, creepers and adults are going to move through hallway 3. Oh, look where hallway 3 is. Oh, look! Yay! Then it says set of prey. I think my mechanic might be dead. Place a noise marker in every corridor connected to a room containing a character with a slime marker. We haven't been slimed, so that doesn't happen, or else another alien would have come out to play. Except corridors that already have noise markers. Okay, so that's the event. Yay! But the intruder attack step has already passed. Then we do this lovely thing called bag development. So what bag development does is you reach in here and you draw a token and then you do what it says. So I reach in this lovely bag and I draw out a token, which is a larva. When I draw a larva, it says remove this token from the intruder bag and add an adult into the intruder bag. So the larva has morphed into an adult. Then we get back to user side. So I draw 5. I draw 4 because stupid injury. Search technical corridors. Is there a technical corridor here? Dang it. All right. Search technical corridors, ingenuity, and search. And this alien is going to kill this guy.
Okay, pass first player marker. Okay.
So, So character attacks so it's combat. I can attack the intruder, melee attack, draw one contamination card, add it to your discard pile, choose one intruder to attack, and roll the combat die.
Well, there is no tomorrow with this, is there? So I'm gonna spend actions to try to kill this thing. So first off, I'm gonna punch him. Well, when I punch him, I get to shuffle this lovely deck, and it looks kind of like the rest of them, but it's contamination cards. So I could get infected with an alien from punching him in the face, even if I fail. So I have to hope I kill this thing so I can live. So first thing I'm gonna do is punch him. I take this goes in my discard pile. And then I roll to see if I hit him. Yes, I hit him for 1. Do I kill him? Nope, he has 4 health. Gods. I'm gonna try to punch him again. I will get another contamination card. Come on. Double hit. Pow pow. I got him up to 5. I got you on the ropes. 3. He's dead. So he dies. This gets taken out of the bag. He goes back to La La Land. And I lived. And I lived. Okay. Your turn. Well, do I have risk assessment? I do. So I'm going to use risk assessment, which costs free, with my holo computer to use the generator. Oh, gosh. So this triggers. Event 3 triggers. Event 3. Okay. So event 3. Guess it worked. Power on. Guess it worked. But for every success, there's a stab in the back. So here's the aliens crawling across stuff. You can see them on the video that they're all over the ship. This says emergency, I believe. Something spooked the Ariadne's AI. It was bad enough to receive a higher priority than our survival. Officially, the ship AI has no higher priority, but then again, officially, we're dead. And without a jump drive, the Ariadne is screwed anyway. We might be too if we don't hurry. So, what do? You are shaken by the Ariadne's sudden departure. All players discard 1 instead of on. That's 1 with no E. Action card at random. So I'm going to discard 1 card at random. Shuffle these up. This card. And you have 2 cards left. You discard this card. Just technical corridors. The power's back on. You can use room actions as normal. Set the timer marker. Move this to slot 8. This is the timer. Not the self-destruct, the timer. To slot 8 of the time track and put event 7 on the jump icon. So at event 7, the ship is jumping. Resolve the event as soon as the ship jumps. So our job is to visit the cockpit to enter the jump coordinates on where we want to go. Review the main log in the monitoring room. That's where he is. Ensure that at least 2 engines are operational before the jump. So we don't know what state the engines are on. Make sure no one is infected before the jump. Put the event 4 token plus on use in the monitoring room. Event token.
plus the on use in the monitoring room. Put the event 6 plus the on use in the ship's cockpit. Event 6. Use ship's cockpit. When you complete all of these tasks listed above, head to the hibernatorium and hibernate. Once all players are either dead, hibernating, or time runs out and the ship jumps, reveal event 7. Any players not in the hibernatorium when the ship jumps is killed. Okay. Okay. So that was your first action, was to activate that. Your second action, it says open closed door in a corridor connected to the room you're in. If you're in a room with a computer, use its room action without paying its cost. Initiate or stop the self-destruct sequence. We don't want to do that. So what do we want to do? I don't have a search card. Let's move quietly. Actually, we don't have to move quietly. There's nothing there. We are going to move to the engine room here. We are going to roll for noise. Show board. Oh, sorry. I was here. I had 3 cards left in my hand. I did interruption, and I'm moving from here to the engine room. Rolling for noise. Roll 3. So noise is here. And then let's see what's going down. Hey! So what does this mean? This X means silence. Nothing happens. Do not place a noise marker. If you have a slime marker on your character, it would be danger instead. So this ticks to 1. Take that out, and we're safe. So that was my second action. His action, the first thing he's going to do, discard the malfunction marker from the room you are in. Yeah, let's do that to fix it so I can use the monitoring room. So I'm going to spend this to fix that. Maybe. Yeah. Maybe. Yeah. I'll do that. Okay. And then he'll pass. So that's all he can do. Because to use the med kit, I need to burn 1 card. So I just need to fix that before it. Then on his turn, said I had to get to the cockpit, right? Visit the cockpit to enter the jump coordinates. Okay, so I'm gonna spend this to move to the cockpit, rolling for noise. 4. Noise is here. And then my second action is to use the cockpit. So we are doing event 6, I believe. Yep, use the ship's cockpit, event 6. So let's get up event 6. Let me get you there. I will take you there. Okay, so event 6, army signal. Message incoming across all channels. Priority 1. This is Mars to the crew of Ariadne. Come in, damn you. Copy that, Mars. Go ahead. Oh, good. Where are you? We don't recognize your ship's comm signature. That's not important now. What do you want from us? We did what? Ooh, I wrote that bad. I need to fix that. What did we do? Look, you were brainwashed, and we can't really hold you accountable. You were used as part of a corporate conspiracy that broke several international laws and agreements. You and your ship are the proof we need to catch your employer red-handed. I'm sending you the coordinates to our Mars compound. We're well equipped to deal with anything you might have on your ship. Or you just want to get your hands on one of these things the Union warned us about you. Union, they're just playing one of their sick games. You can't trust them. Come to us. While there's still time, we'll think about it. So please enter the coordinates. So all players take a vote. You will tell me where we're going. So this is going to come into a poll to tell me what you want to do. So either, let's get the poll up. So what to do. We are either going to get our A to Mars. We're going to go to the Union. Go to the Astrominers Union. We are going to... This ship is a danger to humanity. Set coordinates for the middle of the sun. To the sun. So basically fly the ship into the sun. Or set the coordinates for deep space and try to fight the infestation alone. Fight it alone. So I'm putting it up now. Here we go. Ask the community. So the poll should be incoming. Should be. Hopefully it shows up. If not, I'll have to rerun it. There it is. All right, so vote. What do you want me to do? Vote. Get your A to Mars. So vote on what you want me to do. And we will see where we will go. Should I stay or should I go? I'll give it a minute. Yeah, so be sure to vote and see where you want me to go. If you want me to fight it alone, so it's either we're going to set coordinates to the Mars military compound, so we will get to Mars. Set coordinates for the Astro Workers Union base. The ship is a danger to humanity, so set coordinates for the middle of the sun. Or set coordinates for deep space and try to fight this thing ourselves. I'll give it about 10 more seconds and then I'll cut it. See what we'll do. You gotta vote. You gotta vote, Matt. Vote in the poll. Vote in the poll. Vote in the poll that's up there. There we go. 5 more seconds. All right, and then the poll now. You made it so easy for me with this. So, in the poll, what to do. So it's a 3-way tie between going to Mars, the Union, or fighting it alone. Thanks, guys. All right, so we are going to then have to do it the D4 way. So 1 Mars, 2 Union, 3 fight alone, 4 reroll. One. We're going to Mars. We're setting it to Mars, so it says take choice token D. Yep, choice token D. Because we're going to Mars. Chaos! Chaos! Chaos, Kate. So we're going to Mars. So it says take choice D, then to continue the mission according to the rules described in Event 3. Okay, so we've set this. We're good to go. We're going to Mars. Now we need to check the engines and get the monitoring room and then get to the hibernatorium before the time runs out. But that ends his turn. He's going to pass. He has no more cards left to do. Okay, so we draw and, sorry. Then we go down the list of things to do. We first move the time. Intruder attacks, no intruders are on the board. Fire damage, no fire damage. Resolve an event card, that's from here. Let's see. Amazing, 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 amazing. Damaging fire. Who said there wasn't fire yet, Carl? Place a malfunction marker in each room with a fire marker. Place a fire marker in each room neighboring a room with a fire marker. Wait. Place a malfunction marker in each room with a fire marker, and place a fire marker in each room neighboring a room with a fire marker. Fire does not spread through closed doors or technical corridors. There is no fire. Ha ha! There is no fire. There is no Dana. Only Zool. And then we do bag development. Matt, that's the chaos. The chaos. All right, so bag development. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got here? We got an adult. I need an adult. For adults, what do we do? Gotta zoom in on this. For adults, all players in order perform a noise roll. If your character is in combat with an intruder, you do not perform a noise roll. Return the adult token to the intruder bag. So, noise rolls. In order. Sad sack, don't roll a 1. Do not roll a 1. I rolled a 2. Okay. So I rolled a 2. 2 is here. You, do not roll a 4. I rolled a 2. Okay, so 2 is here. Okay, good. And we bag develop, we put it back in the bag. We're good to go. Everybody gets back over. We shuffle back up and redraw. Just voted, Matt. Just voted. Alrighty. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. First player comes over here. You get 1, and then you only get 4 cards, so we'll shuffle these up. You can tell which ones are the contaminated. I don't care. One, 2, 3. Okay. You go first. And there's no signal for this one. So, I can't move quietly. I'm gonna run into an alien unless I go down to route 3. Use in a room with a computer. Look at the top. This says you can use the internet or risk assessment actions from any room on the ship. What can I use? This one says check status of the engines. Ooh. And does it say without paying its cost? Use the room with the computer. Look at the top part of the event deck, then return it. Nope, that's risk assessment. I need intranet. I need intranet, then I can check it. I can spend 2 cards to check the status of an engine from here. Check status of engines from the engine control room. You can use the internet and risk assessment from any room on the ship, even without a computer. So I'm going to use risk assessment to check the status of the engines for my first turn. Let's
Let's see what we got. It says check status. I want to see if it says plural. And I want to hold this up just to be sure. Check status of engines plural. Plural. So then I'm going to make sure I read that right. This is where the notes come in. The room cards. It's the engine room. It's the number 2 card, I believe. Number 1 card, engine control room. You may check the status of the 3 engines, even if there is a malfunction marker in the engine room. You cannot change the engine status, so we could check it out. Okay, so you get to check the status of all of them. First room, working. We just need 2 of them. Second room, hey, working. Third room, all right, working. So all the engines are online. We just need the monitoring room and then get to the hibernatorium. So that's my first action, was to check the engine room. My second action is going to be to move quietly. Here. Moving quietly. Don't want to talk. Don't want to say where we're coming from. And I'm going to put this right there. All right, so what do we got? We've got the lab. Analyze 1 object. And it's broken. Don't care. It has 3 on it. That was our second action. Our lovely guy. Okay, so what do contamination cards do to be a pain in the butt to us? Well, contamination cards just kind of clog up your hand, and it can also kill you, but it clogs up your hand. All right, so the engines are good, but we need to use this room, so we're going to use this room. I need to spend 2 cards. I'll spend these 2 to use the monitoring room. Check 1 room and exploration token. So first, because I used it, this thing triggers, so we go to story event 4. Logs. The incident took place 10 years ago. If the crew got out, why were no other ships warned? Why didn't the other crews get any protection? Why did they keep sending us oblivious into the dark? Maybe the ship's logs hold the answer. And maybe not. Everything was scrambled. Was it the crew who did that? Or a remote kill switch? Whatever it was, they didn't scrub everything. We have enough to make some basic observations. So something's peeling out here. Their physiology is like nothing we have imagined. They seem to be living in several dimensions at the same time, like a polyhedron, with only one side visible in our reality at any, with 2 A's, given moment. I can fix these. I keep coming back to this picture. Somehow it feels familiar. As it feeds, its larger form grows somewhere. Even every molting, it's like turning a glove inside out, with a bigger and badder bastard coming through the breach left by the smaller form. Put 1 clue in the campaign pool. Reveal the intruder carcass related intruder weakness. Hey! So we get to reveal 1 weakness. So intruder carcass. This is that weakness. The way of fighting. If an adult intruder attacks you with a bite, it deals a light wound instead of a serious wound. Okay. Okay. So we reveal that. And continue the mission. So that was my first action. My second action is actually I'm going to spend this 1 card to do the med kit. To dress a serious wound. So I'm going to dress this body one because that sucks. And discard. And then I'm going to get rid of that card and pass for the round. Your turn. Oh, are you in the hallway? I'm going to... Room has a computer on it? But I really don't need to. I'm going to move. I don't have to move quietly.
Yeah, I don't have to move quietly. I'm going to move with this demolition card here. I'm going to roll for noise. A 3. Ooh, if it was a 1, I'd have been done. I did not realize that, so a 3 goes there. And let's see what's in this room. This is the airlock control. Start emergency depressurization. I could kill somebody in here if I wanted to. A door. So a door shuts from where I came from. And it has 3 on it. Which is already set. That was my first action. The second action is I'm actually going to search this room. 2. I have chemicals and clothes. Basically, clothes says discard a slime marker or dress a serious wound, and chemicals says fully load auto into a flamethrower. If I discard chemicals, I can unlock my next piece of lab equipment. Hey. So that's these 2. And I'm going to take the chemicals because I could discard those. Actually, I could dress a serious one. Ooh, choices. What is my thing? It's one-time use lab equipment. If you're in a room with a character corpse, intruder carcass, or egg, discover 1 corresponding intruder weakness. I'm gonna hang on to that. I'm gonna take the clothes. Discard and not the chemical. Okay. And then I'm gonna pass. And I'm done. And we're done. Okay, so end of the round. Activities. Move the time track down 1. Intruder attack, no intruders. Fire damage, no fire. Resolve an event. Malfunction. Place a malfunction marker in the explored room with the lowest room number, then shuffle this card back into the event stack. Lowest room number. This is 003, 002, 08, 09, 12, 16, 21, 20, 19. So the one is that. It's that one, but there's already a malfunction marker in it, so tough nuggies. And then bag development. No disassemble. Okay, so that says that we bag development. All players in order perform a noise roll. If your character is in combat with an intruder, you do not perform a noise roll and then return this to the bag. So, noise rolls around. This is not good for you. Ooh-wee! Yay! So let's first deal with this. See what fun we're having. He might be dead, and mission 3 will be with a new person with the scientist. We've got a creeper. And 1, which means it does surprise an attack because I have no cards. I passed. And the next one, because like I said, he may be dead. It's an adult. With a 4. So surprise attacks all the way around. Opa! So from the creeper does not activate because on this card, it says only the breeder and the queen activate. So the creeper does nothing. This guy, Oh, thank God, I'm still alive. I'm still alive! Only the creeper activates, not him. So long. Okay. I might live! I might live! Is there a technical corridor around here? Is there a doctor in the house? Alright, so let's draw. The serious woman has been dressed, so now I can draw 5 cards. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, only put in corridors without noise, are you sure? All players in order perform a noise roll. If you're performing noise roll, if your character is in combat with an intruder, you do not perform a noise roll. It doesn't say anything about not putting it in only rooms, Matt. I'm pulling up the rules right now. Yeah, I got like a rule reference sheet over here. So let me see. That's what it says for that you would have to. So where are you seeing where it says? It says draw 1 intruder. All players in order perform a noise roll. But this is bag development. This isn't the claw. Oh, this is bag development on the claw. That's right. You're right. You are right, sir. It's bag development on the claw. You are right, sir. I'll shuffle these back in here. And his turn. 4. You are right. It's a fun game, Chris. It's a fun game, Christopher. It's a fun game to play. Thank you, Matt, for keeping me right on that. It was the claw roll. Sorry, my brain was like, oh my God, he's gonna die. So we're okay so far. First player token passes. We begin. Okay, so I need to move cautiously for reals and get to a green room to find something. So I'm going to move cautiously. Yeah, I'm going to move cautiously. Here. Placing a token here. This is the command center. Open, close doors. And fantastic. It's just his lucky day. And it's on 2. 2. Just his lucky day. Okay, we're almost there. We're almost there. Okay, so I'm going to have... that was his first move. His second move is going to be to move cautiously again. I could search the room. We got a little bit more time. I'm going to search the room. And this is 2 red. We got some time. Recon drone and a decoy. Choose 1 neighboring room. Take all intruders from neighboring rooms, even in combat, and move them to this room. Normal rules of movement apply. Each intruder in combat performs 1 attack before leaving its room. Ugh. I'll take that, maybe. We'll see what comes of it. That's his second action. My turn. My first action. I'm going to search this room. I was supposed to pick this to 1. Pick this to 2. And we've got chemicals And one use only tools. Discard a malfunction marker, repair, break the engines. I'm taking chemicals so I can upgrade my sheriff. I can unlock my abilities. That's my first action. My second action is going to be to discard chemicals and pay 1 card to unlock my next ability, which is laboratory equipment for a one-time use. And it's my turn. Your turn. I'm going to search again. Taking this 0. And we've got expended magazine. Add 2 ammo to one of your energy weapons or energy charge. Fully reload ammo in 1 energy weapon. I'm going to take fully reload. Actually, this one's free. And this thing only holds 2 bullets. So that's my first action. My second action is going to be... Let's reload. Reload. And then I'm going to get rid of this and pass. All right. Your turn. I'm not ready to depart. Not ready to depart. That says when someone enters the room. We're ready to go. We're ready to go. Use in a room with a computer. Use 1 room action. Nope, I need to move quietly as ever. So I'm going to spend these 2 to move quietly into this room, placing a noise marker. So once we enter the room, number 2. Hibernatorium. The Nemesis went dark 10 years ago. You expect that after a decade, the air filters in sub-zero temperatures should do their job, but it still stinks like hell. All players choose. Search the corp. The characters receive 1 contamination card, and then draws 1 green, 1 red, and 1 yellow item card, and continue the mission, or ignore the corpse. I'm gonna ignore that corpse. I'm gonna ignore that corpse. I don't want it. I don't want it. Don't want it. Hey, James R. Thank you so much for becoming a subscriber. I appreciate it. Alright, so then I will actually discard this card and pass. So when we pass, tick down the timer. No intruder, no fire, resolve an event. Consuming fire, set the item counter to 0 in each room with a fire marker. Place a fire marker in each room neighboring a room with fire, and fire does not spread through closed doors. There are no fires. We're good. And then bag development. All I have to do is get to that room, even if there's an alien in it. So even if there's an alien in it, all I have to do is get to that room. Okay. This is killing me. I keep pulling this thing. Okay, so first roll. I actually want claw marks for him. 1 here. So boom, boom, boom. Nope, this one stays. Boom. What type of alien shows up? An adult. Gonna get a surprise attack. And noise roll for you. 3. Type of alien shows up for you. Nothing. Blank. So, but when blank happens, something else interesting happens. So blank says, add 1 adult token to the intruder bag. If there are none available, nothing happens. Return the blank to the intruder bag. So another adult comes in. Okay. Now, he gets to have some fun. Claw attack. The character suffers 2 light wounds and gets 1 contamination card. So 1, 2, that's 3. He's dead. Awesome. So, time to go. It's time to go. Time to go. So basically, we're ready. We're in the hibernatorium. Bye, alien face. We're out. I'm choosing to leave. So let's draw up our 5. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we're leaving. We're done. Yep, we're out. We're leaving. Deuces. So we've chosen to leave. So we've done. Let's see, what do we need to do? Event 3. Switch generators on. After we do that, we then have to do this. We're heading out. Once the players are either dead, hibernating, or time runs out, the ship jumps. So we're going to reveal event 7. After any players not in the hibernatorium when the ship jumps is killed. So aliens are dead. Then we go to 7. So 7, before we do ending, 7's at the bottom here. Check if all engines are operational. Yep, we already did that. We already did that. We already did that. We're good. If more than one of them is damaged, go to ending 1. We're good. Now perform a standard contamination check for each hibernating. I don't have... Oh my gosh, throwing cards everywhere. I don't have any contamination cards in my deck, so I'm good. Check for hibernating characters. If at least one of them fails the check, go to ending 2. Non-hibernating characters are killed immediately. Finally, go through the steps below. If you have choice D token, I do, start mission 3A. If you have choice E token, which I don't, if you don't have any, go to ending 2. So we're going to be starting 3A. But that's going to be it. That's going to be it. So you actually got to see, I didn't translate 3A yet because I was like, I'll just play 2 missions. So 1, you can see how it is to play the game without the aliens, just this is how movement works. And then 2, mission 2, which is a full game of Nemesis. So this is Nemesis. I lost the mechanic, but when we come back later, when we come back to play again, it's going to be with somebody else coming with the scientist to see what's going on. But we're going to be on mission 3A when we come back, which is going to be here, and it's called the Blockade. So, yay. Yeah. So when we come back, a lot of stuff's going to happen with 3A, which is this, and then we'll see what happens. So, that was fun. It's fun. It's just like, it gives you that sense, and let's go up and chat. So it gives you, Nemesis gives you that sense of confinement, which is great. You know, a lot of people are like, well, just give me the gun, let me shoot the thing and kill it and be happy and good. But the purpose of the game is for you to feel confined. You have actions that you can do. You have a weapon you can use, but is it good? Will it work? You know, can you kill it? You don't know. You don't even know how much health the thing has. Because as soon as you hit it, you draw a card, but that's not its full health, because then you draw a card again to see what's next. The events work against you. It's just all this other stuff that's unfolding for the set of the game is heavy, but you can succeed. You just have to think about what you want to do, move properly, unlike me, and don't roll terribly with dice. But I mean, the game itself, I love it. I think it's a lot of fun. We jumped. The aliens that weren't wherever they were supposed to be splattered against the hull and died, so we don't have to face with that, so all the noise tokens are gone. And I mean, even the board that's left, when you're left with it, I mean, take a look at this. Take a look at this. Look how much noise is all over this place. So I have to move very carefully and think about what I wanted to do. Having all engines working in working state, I just needed 2 of them. So, but all 3 were working, so we jumped and everything was good. We got everything online. We survived, and we're on to mission 3A to see what's going to happen next. So I don't know. I what did you think of this game? I mean, I survived. I lived on to the next part of the campaign. I lost the mechanic, which means I need to get the next person, and I'll probably have my Patreons vote on who's going to be the next person that I fight. But what did you think? You got to see a full game of Nemesis. That's what the second mission was. And usually in Nemesis, the only things that weren't added in was there are coordinates. So you actually have to come up here to the bridge, check the coordinates, and a plain game of Nemesis works that you just have to get your ship to Earth. So the ways that you win Nemesis on a regular game that you're just playing. Your ship jumps to Earth while you are hibernating, and you're not contaminated. You self-destruct the ship and get an escape pod. I guess nobody wins if the ship blows up, but you self-destruct the ship in an escape pod. After, I think, yeah. So you open up the escape pods, you get in, and you get out, and the ship will jump wherever it's going and see what happens. But self-destructing, jumping in escape pods, self-destructing the ship, and I think those are the ways that you win. The ways that you lose, you're not hibernating when the ship jumps. You get killed by an alien. You get killed by an event. You just draw port. If you play the regular game, if you're hibernating and you don't jump to Earth, you lose. So there's 3 other places that you can jump to: Mars, Earth, deep space, or the sun. And so you determine what happens there. So it's a lot of fun. You'll get to see, once again, as it ramps up, and you get to see me now have to deal with setting coordinates, dealing with other things that are going on, because as the story builds up, it adds more, and it adds more onto it for you. So it's a lot of fun. It's a fun game. So I hope you enjoyed it. I plan to play more of the mission to go to 3A. I think there are, in this book, I think there are 4 missions total in here. 3A, 4, and then an epilogue. Yeah, so there are 4 missions. So I'm 2 missions away from completing Untold Stories. So we'll see what'll happen. We'll definitely see what'll happen. And then I have Nemesis Aftermath, which is the aftermath of Untold Stories, which comes with Untold Stories 2, so it's more story. And then when Lockdown comes, Lockdown's coming with that new gameplay plus Untold Stories 3. So they're building on a campaign. Would you recommend more than 2-handed if playing solo, or would it be too much? I think people can handle 4. Honestly, I don't think it's bad for if you're doing solo that you can handle up to 4. Heck, Kate plays games 4-handed that are way more complicated than this, and she can handle it just fine. Like, I think you play Arkham Horror, Kate. You've played it with 4 investigators, which is way more complicated than this. So I know people can definitely handle this game 4-handed. And it all depends on how you want to play it. So there are these cards that are here. Kate has this crazy one. So there are these cards that I'm holding up here, that say solo co-op objective. If you're playing solo, right, even if you're commanding for the entire crew, these are the cards that you have to draw. So if you're not playing the campaign, and let's talk about this for a second. I actually got to go down to the table to show you. Let me go to the table. Because this is important. This is very important. Objective. Okay. So if you're saying that you want to play the game with a bunch of people, you're going to grab these objective cards. First, you're going to separate these objective cards from personal to corporate, right? You separate these out.
and you shuffle both of them, and you give each player one. Right? The player, you give each player one, and they stay face down. You don't look at them at all, right? So each player gets a personal, and they get a corporate. And they stay face down. The players don't know what these are. As soon as the first alien shows up, or the first person dies, or the pods open up, you personally flip yours over, and you look at them, and you choose one. And basically they run this. So solo, personal, best friends forever. You and at least one other character must survive for you to win the game, and this is on a 4+ game. Or this one, intruder egg weakness must be discovered. But let's say we want... I want to find a good one. Here it is. Here's a good one. So, a corporate one on a 5+ game, it says, your character is the only survivor, or player 5's character cannot survive the game. So if you are not player 5, your job from the corporation has sent you to say, kill player 5 or kill everyone. And if you kill everyone, you then win the game. That's how you win. But if you don't choose the corporation and you choose a personal objective, look at the personal objectives. The oldest friend, 3 player more, the ship must reach Earth, or your character is the only survivor. So even on a personal one, you can still end up having to either get the ship to Earth, and if you don't see that happening, kill everybody. And how you do that is not by shooting them. You can't attack each other. You have to use the board to attack each other. Does that make sense? So basically, the mechanic couldn't go up to the scientist and shoot him with the shotgun. You can't attack each other. But what you have to do is you have to do things like, oh, I don't know, start a fire in the room that your friend's in, and then lock the doors. If you can, right? Or basically, turn on the escape pod, set the self-destruct, eject in the escape pod, and get away while the ship counts down to blow up. Like, there is a betrayal mechanic if you want that as part of your game, to where it's either you can work with your friends or against. And if you want to work with them and you're like, I'm not interested in doing I'm not interested in backstabby, I just want to have a good time at the table, there are these solo and co-op objectives. And what you would do is you would shuffle these up and hand each player one. When the alien shows up, when the self-destruct starts and the pods unlock, you flip over your card and you take a look at the co-op. Cleanup crew. So as a co-op, send a signal and the nest must have been destroyed, or send a signal and the ship must have been destroyed. So you have this co-op. And so now everybody's like, okay, to win, I need to send the signal. So you try to find the signal room, send it, but if the signal room is not one of the tiles that you drew, then you need to blow up the ship. Or destroy the nest. So you go searching for the nest, can't find it. Okay, we need to blow up the ship. So set the self-destruct. Everybody get into escape pods because we all want to win. So you can work together, or you can go the opposite thing of saying, I'm going to take my chances with the regular objectives that comes, that's either corporate or personal, to say whether I'll be the betrayer or not. It's however you want to play it. So it's super versatile for all types of gamers who want to determine what they want to do. Let's see. That's pretty much. So that's at the heart of Nemesis. It's, you can't attack each other, so you have to use the board. And if you're working together, you have to use the board to protect you. You can throw, with this alien here, you can throw a door up here to say, okay, I don't want that alien to get through this door. On the alien's turn, if it says to attack or to move that way, it will destroy the door, but not move, because you halted it for at least one turn to get through. Then from there, it can move in and do what it needs to do.
But that's kind of how to play it. Like, there's so much versatility in this game. I love it. I really do. I think it's fun. If you really want to see the game shines with more than one player, but it also is really great played solo, as you saw today. I mean, you can even play the game true solo. I can only play with one character. Let's say I don't want to pick a new character. The mechanic's dead. I'm just sticking with the scientist. I can continue to play this game with just the scientist, and that is it. And the game still plays just normal, just like how you saw it. So it has some rule adjustments, but other than that, it plays just like you saw it. All right, I hope that was informative, and I hope that helped in terms of you seeing kind of how that goes. So I'm gonna write down the state of the board because I gotta play Dungeon Crusade on Thursday, so I gotta start getting my table ready to handle that monstrosity. But I will write down how things are and who's dead. I'll have my Patreons pick a new hero to go along with the scientist, and we'll see how things work. We will see how things work. So, thank you so much, everybody, for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks, Matt, for correcting me on that one about the role. I completely messed that up, so I appreciate it. If you have any other questions, let me know. If I made any mistakes, point them out in the comment section down below. If you like what you saw, click that like. If you want to see more, click that subscribe. And we'll add more to the channel as I keep going. So, thank you so much, everybody. I really appreciate it. I hope you all have a great morning, afternoon, or night, wherever you are in the world. And I will see you all next time. Insert comment here. Bye, everybody.